So Eugene just steps right up, shakes his hand. Hey everybody, Nick Dinsmore back for the second episode of Wrestling Stories. Here we are in the ring. Things happen in the ring. I want to tell you about the main event of WrestleMania 23, the build-up, the day that Eugene met Donald Trump. That's right, the Republican presidential nominee, Donald Trump. I knew the minute I met him, when I looked in his eyes, when I shook his hand, that he had what it takes to be the man to lead the free world. But I digress. In the build-up of WrestleMania 23 in 2007, as you recall, it was Bobby Lashley against Umaga. Umaga's manager, Armando Alejandro Estrada, was at ringside, who I trained. Has was from Chicago and he used to drive down every weekend to train in Louisville. I'm really proud of him that he made it to the biggest stage in the biggest match, and I was involved as well. Umaga was representing Vince McMahon, as we all know. Bobby Lashley was representing Donald Trump. The loser got their head shaved. And as everybody remembers, Vince got his head shaved. Well, in the build-up to that, Eugene got his head shaved. So Vince could show all the people exactly what he was going to do to Donald Trump by shaving poor Eugene's head. In that build-up, as the weeks progressed, Donald Trump made 4 or 5 Raw appearances. I remember when the days that he would be on, we would go live on TV and they'd drop money down in the crowd. 10s, 50s, 20s, whatever. And all the boys always joked that there went the night's payoff. Donald Trump just threw it out to the crowd. And I remember one day in particular, there was a corner backstage where they were set to go live in a segment that wasn't involving Donald Trump. It was later in the show. And Donald Trump was having me stand there. He just arrived. He had his 2 or 3 bodyguards with him. Nice man, shook everybody's hand. But he was in this particular corner where the writing staff and the production team wanted to go live. And all the writers and underlings were kind of afraid to ask Donald Trump to move out of the way. So Eugene just steps right up, shakes his hand. How you doing, Mr. Trump? They're getting ready to film right here, so if you would please just come over here and sit with us. So he came over and sat and hung out, and actually, awesome guy, you know. Really cool when people of that stature can cross over and put themselves online, you know, in professional wrestling matches, and I think he did great. He's a showman, absolutely. But I'll tell you, I mean, he got something about him. People that have the it factor, talk about the it factor. What is it? Something, you know, you can't teach that. I don't know. There you have it. That was another episode of Wrestling Stories. Leave me a comment. I want to know what you have to say about these stories. And give me a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. You got to subscribe to the Nick Dinsmore channel. Every other Friday, we'll give you a notification when the new Wrestling Stories comes out. As well as every other Friday from that, we'll give you a notification when Dinsmore's commentaries come out. So, the way you have it, every Friday we're going to be knocking on your door, giving you something. You can check out last week when I talked about Cena's flying squirrel. Until then, I'm Nick Dinsmore, and I will see you at ringside.